MMA's national amateur platform has arrived. It is the Elite Amateur Fight League, and this is the Fighter First Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Justin Nunez here with the Elite Amateur Fight League. We're on the Alumni Series podcast. I can't wait for you guys to catch up with one of my guys, Sham Delva, fighting at Combat Night next weekend. Shammy, what's up, brother?
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, Jesse? How's everything going, man?
I can't complain, man. Happy and healthy. Obviously, we'd like to be having events up and running, but 2020 is a crazy year, and it does give me some time to catch up with all you guys. Tell me where you started. What got you into MMA, and tell me a little bit about your coaches.
Always wanted to be a fighter. Asked my parents. I would say 12 years old. Put me in boxing. I told them I'll cut the grass so they could pay for it. I come from a big family, so it was like 9 of us, so it wasn't easy. So I wanted to be a fighter. Right after high school, I started doing boxing. Then a friend of mine who at the time was an MMA fighter was like, "Hey, Shane, you need to start going to this gym, to an elite gym that was next to the house." I was like, "Okay, let me stop by." I kept pulling it off. I kept saying, "Okay, I'll go," but never shows. Because I was in love with boxing. Then finally one day he just said, "Okay, Shem, are you coming or what?" He was calling me, so I went, and I fell in love with MMA, with mixed martial art. Then after a few years doing with his team, with the school that I was with, I met Coach Ben, and that's how me and Coach Ben got in touch. And ever since I've been with Coach Ben, and he's been nothing but good to me. Great guy, know what he's doing, know his stuff. So I've been with Ben for a while.
Yeah, Ben's an awesome guy, great at what he does. That team that you guys brought in the Elite Amateur Fight League, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Really strong team, man. And Ben had a lot to do with building that team and probably the next team that comes in for next year. How was that the Elite Amateur Fight League, Florida versus Virginia? How was that experience for you?
The experience was awesome. Knowing that you have to be on weight while you flying to Virginia and being ready for the fight, and not in your hometown. It was a good experience. I loved it, and you was being pretty good to us.
Awesome, man. Yeah, well, that's what we pride ourselves on, right? We want to take care of our fighters, treat them like elite athletes, like they are, and give you that NCAA type of treatment that athletes in other sports get. So I'm happy to hear you enjoyed it. And, we all stayed in the same hotel, and we had some time to catch up before and after the fight. Just really getting to know your team and your coaches. It was an awesome experience for me, bringing new teams into the league, and you guys handled yourselves like professionals. And, talking about handling yourself like a professional, 2-0 pro, man. Tell me about that journey you had going from amateur to pro and how it's been so far.
My amateur days, when Coach Ben said you have a fight, I used to get jitters. I used to have butterflies and shit. But now, no, it's a fight. I feel so good, comfortable. The experience helped me out throughout the years, and I feel good.
Yeah. So going from amateur to pro, has your training changed at all? Are things different for you?
Training, yes. Emmy, I used to put basically, I would say 3-4 hours, but now I'm doing twice a day. I'm doing morning and afternoon. So yeah, the training changed.
Cool. So everybody that kind of watches the sport, they don't know how you fighters prepare, right? Really down and dirty. I mean, you're talking 3 or 4 hours in the morning, 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon. Plus, you got to live life in between there. What's a day in the life for Shammy like?
It's not easy, man. My wife, my daughter, I'm away from them for most of the day. I only get to see them at nighttime. I get home around 10, 9:30. That's when I see them. And I get up in the morning 4, 5, and I'm at the door. And I don't get home till 9, 10. So it's really rough. But it is what it is, because that's what I want to do, and I'm going to sacrifice the time now so I could get where I want to be.
What I hear from a lot of really successful people, they like to they like to substitute the word sacrifice into investment, right?
Yeah.
They don't feel they're sacrificing anything. They feel like they're investing into
Hmm.
themselves. And fighters that are successful find a way to invest that time into themselves to get to the next level. And you got really good guidance over there at American Top Team, and I'm sure Coach Ben's got you on the right path there. So I'm really
Oh,
happy to hear that you're stepping up your training in your pro model, and really excited to see what's gonna happen at this next Combat Night fight. Tell me a little bit about Combat Night and their promotion. Florida, you're lucky you're in one of the states that is allowing fights, right? There's a lot of fighters out there looking for fights, and their states are shut down. Tell me about Florida, the fight scene, and then tell me a little bit about Combat Night.
Florida is not easy to be a fighter. It's not. Everybody, all the fighters in Florida are like, badasses. So, it's really hard to climb up the rank because if you from Florida, if you fight out of Florida, you gonna be you go it's really good. And Mitchell, I've been with Mitchell since I think ever since I started my MMA amateur days, 2015, I think. And I've been with him, and he's been nothing but good to me. Combat Night is really good. It's a good promotion, and anytime they need me, if I'm not locked in a contract, I'm definitely gonna be there for them.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Combat Night, and again, lucky to be in the state of Florida where fights are happening. And then having a good relationship with the Combat Night that's up and running. Uh, you know, Not to look past this fight, but where do you see yourself a year from now when COVID's hopefully subsided and there's more fight opportunities? Where would you like to see yourself move on to next, as far as maybe a promotion or someone you'd like to fight?
My goal was to over 2020, like I fought for M1. I wanted to keep going till like get like to 4-5-0. And by 2020, I wanted to try out for the Dana White Contender Series and see if I could get to the UFC and get a contract. That was my goal. Now, no, it's a little minor setback. I just gotta go back and just keep getting the dubs and work my way up.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. You're 2-0. You're staying active, which is very hard to do in 2020. So you're doing all the right things with all the right people. If you could tell up and coming fighters, like if you can give them a tip, what would it be?
Take your time. Don't just hop in there, get 5 fights, and turn pro. Take your time, get the experience with the amateur, because when you turn pro, it does helps. Like me, I took like right now I'm 30, right? I started this thing since I was 18, but I started doing boxing first before I got into MMA, boxing and kickboxing. Then I got to MMA when I was like 21. I was on and off in MMA, but I started at 24. That's when I started competing amateurly. So I took my time. I didn't rush it. I got 5 boxing matches. I got 7 kickboxing matches, and I got I think 15 or if not more MMA, and also I got a whole bunch of grappling tournaments. So I could tell that if I could tell anybody like upcoming fighters, take your time. Don't rush it. Don't just get 5 fights and think you're ready.
Tell me a little bit, what can we expect from you? And not that I want you to reveal any tricks in the book, but like what can we expect in this next fight, Sham?
It's going to be fireworks. Just wait. It's going to be fireworks. I promise it's going to be fireworks.
Well, the last time I saw you fight personally was over at M1 Global in Florida, the show we did in January for UFC Fight Pass. It was fireworks then. I'm expecting fireworks next, and I can't wait to see you fight, bro. So, is there any way for people to watch this Combat Night fight if they're not, local?
Well, if they go on the Combat Night website, they have a pay-per-view. I'm not sure how much it's going for. They definitely could link up. The link is on the Combat Night website, and they could link it up and watch it there.
Yeah. And if you're
Yeah.
a fan of MMA, and I can't stress how important it is to go out and support these local promotions. So if you want to see a really good hungry fighters, the regional and local level, you're going to find them there. Combat Night's going to have a great card. Make sure you get out and buy that pay-per-view. Watch my guy, Sham Wild Delva, because he's going to put on his show for sure. So Sham, I always like ending my podcast with a random question. And so my random question for you is, if you were a superhero, what superhero would you be?
Superman. I want the power.
All right, so Superman. All right, man, you heard it here first. Check him out, Combat Night, this weekend. Sham Delva versus Frank Farmer. Check it out, everyone. I can't wait to see you fight, bro. I'm going to get that pay-per-view, so
All right.
be able to talk about it after.
You love it. I promise you love it, man. Put in some work.